Welcome back. Turning now to Hawaii, where just 13 victims of the wildfires have been identified and their families notified. Another 22 have been identified, but their families have not either been told or can't be located. Joining me now is Hawaii State Representative and House Minority Leader Lauren Matsumoto. Ms. Matsumoto, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I know this is a difficult time for not only you, but everyone in the state. You've been very critical of President Biden and the federal response to the disaster. After hearing what the president had to say during his visit to the island yesterday, was he able to ameliorate any of those concerns, or do you still have the same issues?
I was happy to finally see President Biden come to Hawaii just to see the destruction firsthand. A lot of the frustration from the people in Hawaii have been the time. It's been 2 weeks already, but also the amount of funding that has been given. It's only $700 per family. But I think one of my main messages right now is that we need to work together with our local, our state, and our federal governments and really just focus on the people in Maui and helping the residents there, because now is really not the time for the blame game. We need to just really focus on helping the families in Maui.
And we've also heard that it's important that the citizens of Hawaii are the ones who take the lead. Explain that for us.
Especially when you're dealing with a place like Hawaii, a lot of the cultural issues are really important, and making sure that as the federal aid comes in, that we're really rebuilding Hawaii in the way that the residents and the people of Hawaii feel that is best to move forward. And so I think that's something that really needs to be at the forefront as we move with this recovery process.
How is the state legislature right now helping the survivors?
So in many different ways, as soon as the story came out and we've heard what happened in Maui, the Senate from the Maui representatives from the Senate put together a drive for donations, and it was truly remarkable. I mean, if we're talking about the aloha spirit, that's where we truly saw it. There was a line 30 minutes to an hour long for days to bring donations to the Capitol. I was just there yesterday, 2 weeks later, and there are still donations coming in. And so that was the first thing. But from the Republican caucus, we've reached out to the House Speaker. Now is not a time to have politics come into play. And so the House Speaker and I have been working together on how we're going to move forward, whether that is a special session in order to put together an investigative committee to see what's happened, to see if there's any more that we can do for the relief efforts. And so now it's really a time for that collaboration to help the people in Maui.
And I, like so many others, Ms. Matsumoto, have been on social media looking at different people talking about the things that are needed, everything from solar-powered generators to, I heard Oprah talk about Hanes donating underwear. But it's also been clear from everyone that I've been following that the Hawaii Tourism Authority says tourists should not come to the island until they're able to finish their cleanup or recovery efforts. And businesses on the island say that their livelihood depends on tourism. Where is the line there, and what do you want people here, like myself, to know?
I think one of the things that is important to note is that we are islands. And so a lot of people are canceling their trips to Oahu, for example. And so we're seeing a decline in our economy, and that's going to be hurting us in our recovery efforts. But if you are traveling to Maui, making sure that you are staying in the areas that are not affected by the wildfires. We do not want anybody going near Lahaina, but that's not to say that people cannot go to Wailea or Wailuku for their vacation. So it's a really fine line, because we can't have our economy tank, but understanding the grief and the sorrow that people are going through in Maui, and that needs to be respected as well.
Support with sensitivity.
Absolutely.
Hawaii House Minority Leader Lauren Matsumoto, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And know that here at News Nation, you definitely have our support, and we will continue to follow this story.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. If you would like to donate to help the victims of this disaster, there's information on our website at newsnationnow.com/help. And if you're looking for a loved one in Hawaii or on the island looking for a shelter, here's the number for the Red Cross hotline, 1-800-733-2767.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.